Hey everybody, welcome back to our second episode, our second podcast. Blaze and I are here, your co-host. Today we are going to be talking about the future of technology and its impact on society.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a broad question. Blaze and I were discussing earlier on if it should be about gaming or AI or any other kinds of other technological advances in society or there's so many out there. So Blaze, what future technology do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about gaming and how we're moving forward in that direction in technology. VR is to me the next step in technology. It's gonna be the next boom. I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard of it.
No, I've heard of the VR, the like the headsets and all that stuff. That's like more like so you're
Virtual reality.
yeah, so you're getting into the gaming technology, AI. Well, no, just gaming. What is so VR is the newest one. I don't know if the VR is taking off though,
Have you
but
have you ever heard of the metaverse?
yes,
Oh,
from what I heard, it's collapsing though.
really? I haven't heard this.
Isn't
Where's
Meta
that?
face? Isn't that Meta Facebook, right?
I'm not sure. I've just heard of it.
Facebook turned into Meta.
You're gonna have to tell me.
Or maybe that's something different. I'll have to take a look into that. But all right, you tell me what you've heard of the meta then, the
The
metaverse.
metaverse?
Yeah, what did you hear about it?
This was a while back actually. I've heard a lot of famous people were getting into it, buying big plots of land
Mm,
in a weird cyber area type of deal. So you could spend tons of money to live next to them in this virtual reality.
okay, hold on. I have heard of that. I have heard of that. That's like real estate in the metaverse. I have heard of that. You could buy property, kind of like on Zillow, but in the metaverse. And apparently, there are some areas that are going for like thousands of dollars, like the coastal properties on the coastlines.
Mm-hmm.
I did read an article about that. So you're talking about gaming. We talked about meta. By the way, folks, those listening to Blaze and I, we're doing a Blitz podcast. So if we're jumping around all over the place because we're kind of speeding through this, we're trying something new just to see how well this takes off. So we're gonna call this Blitz podcasting.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be about anything technology and how it's affecting the impact on society right
Yep,
now. This
that
this current podcast.
this is the current podcast that yes we are discussing. So that's why we're trying to go as quick as we can because we only have
Mm-hmm.
9 minutes left.
Yep, and there's a
Or
lot of technology.
yeah, there's a lot of technology. So now I'm gonna go into AI, Chat GPT, the freaking most awesomest thing that's been created in my opinion so far when it comes to AI technology. It helps solve so many problems. I don't even know where to get started. It could solve math problems, world problems, everyday problems, job problems. It's taking away jobs. It's replacing. Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of sad, but it is replacing
Are
jobs.
you worried about how it's going to impact society in the future? Taking away creative liberties, taking people's jobs in, like, let's say
Uh,
artistry. I
yes, it will take away jobs. The number one job killer right now for Chat GPT, coders,
Coders.
early entry coders, basic, what are you called? Coders, right? You know, people
Yeah.
that write code.
Oh,
It's
like,
eliminating basic code jobs because Chat GPT clearly can write code for companies now. They don't need to hire these IT guys to go write code for entry level like projects. It's doing it for them already. In Java, it's doing it in C plus plus writing already. It's doing all these high tech code writing. It's doing the basics. So it's getting rid of these basic IT jobs already.
so the basic entry level developers.
Yeah, there's no need for them anymore.
No need for devs.
There's no need for developers and no need for a lot of things. What's another one they're doing? There is a psychologist, a guy that was trying to have Chat GPT as a psychologist, and it was answering him all his psychological questions, gave him his diagnosis, telling him what he recommended. It's freaking insane. Let's see what else did I hear about it. It did. It does accounting work for people now. You know, that's a little tense. Is probably going to replace more than we even know. It's going to replace travel agencies. It's going to be booking people's rooms, all those things that you could think of.
How far do you think AI is gonna go?
It's gonna go all the way. I think in the future, not too far future, 5 years from now maybe, we're gonna literally have everything automated, lights, well, there's already some automated lights, but I'm talking about
Like
like
sensors,
yeah,
or because that's already made.
yeah, sensors, but more like you could talk to it. Like if it's in your house, you could talk to it, and it'll just do something for you.
I think you could do that already with Google and Alexa.
No, more advanced, but I'm talking like advanced, like hey, can you start prepping this meal for me when I get home? And it starts cooking this meal for you.
Well, if you think about Elon Musk and his um his chip that he wants to make to implant into people, maybe you could think to an AI, oh, I want this to happen, and then
That's so
that
true.
could possibly be the next step
What is
in
that?
AI.
What's that chip called? Oh, I forgot that chip. But they put it in a monkey, and the monkey was thinking
Yeah, playing a
was
game.
yeah, the monkey was playing the game while the chip in, and everything he was thinking is where the ball was moving. I forgot what he called that chip. It was called I can't think right now. Blaze and I are enjoying a cupcake vineyards Moscato. Well, in the meantime, Blaze, what other forms of technology are there?
Technology. Let's. How about cars? Because I know they're getting rid of gasoline cars. They're trying to stop selling and producing them to make room for electric vehicles. So I know that's the next step in vehicle sort of technology. And all,
So Tesla is leading the charge for that.
yeah, Tesla always with Elon Musk. He's
Oh, I know. By the way, I know. I remember what it's called now. I just looked it up. Neuralink.
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 Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, basically that's what it's gonna be. Neuralink. And, geez, we're running out of time. And to let's see what else. So Neuralink. We know we're gaming. Neuralink. We know we're cars driving. A lot of the positives. So what are some of
Hmm.
the negatives that could happen from AI?
Um,
I think we all know.
so the negative is obviously carbon emission.
Yes,
The use of technology was terrible for the environment.
that is one.
Possibly an AI world domination takeover.
That's the conspiracy, but those conspiracies are seeming closer and closer, especially with ChatGPT. People are doing they try to do system attacks by tricking them into saying bad things and they catch on to it. That's pretty
What's an example of that?
basically someone kept questioning it over and over and it basically told them if you keep questioning me this, I'm gonna block you from our chat. And it will block you from the chat and kick you out of the session.
So was that a learned thing from the AI, or was
It
that
that's
dev
kind
implemented?
it's kind of like develop it's kind of implemented kind of like the movie iRobot where they have those three rules. One, you cannot hurt a human. Two, you cannot take orders to harm another human, and then three is like you can't break rules one or two.
Hmm.
But somehow they evolve. So that's kind of yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
That's where the next step of AI is going.
Think about it. What if they all get into everyone's car, like you said in the future? Everyone has AI in their car, and out of nowhere, AI just evolves and decides because humans races is no longer needed. They just get all the cars and just like just do something crazy.
I think it'll take a lot of years for that to happen. I don't think it's in the near future. If anywhere, it's gonna require some new form of
Okay,
technology.
I don't think that's gonna happen either. But the nearest near future I think could happening is a Terminator style AI that destroys the
Terminator.
Earth with the nukes. You
Wow.
don't. They don't need a body. They don't need a host, or they don't need a host body. They don't need to be everywhere at once. All they need to do is be alive and in an internet and just hack through to all the nuclear sites and release them all.
But wouldn't that require them to have like sentience, which
Yeah,
is
that
pretty
that
much
that
impossible for AI?
they.
That's impossible.
Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know if there's like if they put some malware in there to make them corrupt or evil or do maximum harm, or someone could do a bad coding as they do maximum harm to the human population.
Yeah, that'd be
The-
that would be
the-
human the human's
yeah,
fault,
but
but
so technically we would be destroying ourselves.
mhm. But I don't think you'll learn
So
to do
yeah,
that.
so okay, yeah, becoming sentient itself, that would Yeah, maybe not yet.
That would have to require some new form of technology because we don't even know how we're sentient as humans, let
Oh,
alone a robot with coding.
that's intense. I can't believe I just said we were running out of time. I think we're done. We're wrapping it up. That was like freaking. That was a quick 10 minutes. That was our first. What were we calling it? Blitz podcast.
Blitz podcast.
I haven't seen many of them. I saw one, but it's kind of one like that, and it's just real quick, 10 minute. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Blaze
Yeah,
and
that was a
I.
quick talk.
We'll see you next week. That's it for today. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ba do 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 do.